Unravel some perplexing medical mysteries in a very unusual way. They're growing cerebral organoids, or mini brains, inside a lab.
Fortunately, there are stem cells in every organ. They can divide and replace cells that are lost. Usually, adult stem cells are not very active, but as soon as damage occurs in an organ, they begin their work and replace the lost cells.
I am an MK Ultra survivor. I grew up mostly in rural Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I also grew up near the Rosicrucians.
What if I could make for you a designer baby? What if you as a parent-to-be and I as a scientist decided to go down that road together? What if we didn't?
Building a complex human organ in the lab has long been a dream of science fiction. Now it's becoming reality. At this London lab, a team of 30 scientists is in the process of manufacturing all manner of human body parts.
Some research institutions in the United States are moving ahead with attempts to grow human tissue inside of pigs and sheep with the goal of creating hearts, livers, and other organs needed for transplants.
The technology is called pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, or PGD. It was created to screen for disease, then used for gender selection. Now this clinic plans to allow parents to select physical traits.
Researchers are making incredible breakthroughs with stem cell research. Just recently, they were able to grow a rat pancreas, heart and eyes in mice, and what this all means and how this all applies to human beings is what I'm going to talk to Dr. June Wu about.
So the Rosicrucians, for those of you who haven't seen it on the History Channel yet, are a crazy cult out of Pennsylvania as well as California who believe in depopulation of the planet.
And they just ignore. Have you ever noticed the eye on the dollar bill? Have you ever noticed the pyramid on the dollar bill? Have you ever noticed a Latin phrase on the dollar bill?
They are synthetic people, they are androids, and they are living within society, and that there are many more. So please don't stop there and say, oh, there's only 3. There are many, many more.
CB2 is the name of a robot child made by the University of Osaka. CB2 has a quite human-like presence. He's far more than a mere avatar.
All he can do is move his head. His brain, a mesh of wires, connected to a computer.
Hi, Philip. My name is Chad.
Hello, Chad. Let's chat.
I'm really pleased to be able to share more about the phenomenon of extraterrestrial-human hybrids, as I think of them, E.T.
Do human-alien hybrids exist? Many of us have heard about these creatures that are created aboard alien aircraft. What's their goal or mission is a mystery.
My father was United States Air Force, Office of Special Investigations. He was an E6 and had above top secret clearance.
These are very strictly regulated and very rigorous processes that people are going through. The higher up the level we get toward any kind of a security clearance, they get much more intense and in-depth.
And there's 3 levels of clearance of security. Above that, you have secret and top secret. They go secret, top secret, Area 51, most extreme case.
Researchers have pushed the boundaries of science some more, growing miniature brains in the lab.
Nick Barker and I were looking through the microscope at the same time, and we saw some very small cells glowing green. We'd spent 5 years trying to figure it out, and now we both knew right away that we were looking straight at the stem cells.
At Cornell University's Aerospace and Engineering building. But I had access to NASA information when I was growing up as a child. I'm probably not supposed to share that or say that.
This could be really the first example of how we can use tissue engineering technology and medical imaging together to make custom implants 4 patients.
Let's fast forward just 15 years from now, and you're a parent. You have your daughter, Marion, next to you. And in 2030, she is what we call a natural, because she has no genetic modifications.
Made from special material that's closely modeled on the topography of a butterfly's wing. Like a wing, the lab material is strong yet flexible. It is antibacterial, and its pores are small enough to hold human cells.
Mixing human stem cells with those of animals is still banned by the U.S. government funding agencies. Harvesting human organs from animals and transplanting them in human beings is the ultimate goal of the controversial research.
I think it's very important that we not bury our heads in the sand and pretend that these advances aren't happening.
Kirsten and Matt Landon used his clinic to select the sex of their daughter. Choosing other genetic traits intrigues them.
So stem cell has this potential to generate every single cells and organs and tissues in our body. But the animals and humans, we do it every day. From one single cell to a mouse can be generated within 19 days.
Growing up in the program, I was isolated from other children most of my life. Did tremendous emotional and psychological and cultural damage.
The key founding fathers of our nation were not Christian, but were Masons.
But are some of these hybrids walking around among us that do not recall their extraterrestrial origin?
I've just come from a meeting in Arizona with a group of hybrids and experiencers and regular people.
That's absolutely right, Sid. In fact, as many as 44 of the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence were Freemasons, and they were the Freemasons, really, of the European order.
We inserted a certain group of people that were technologically different, but you'd want to do so that they appear to be indistinguishable from the local population.
We interviewed 8 people who we truly believe are ET human hybrids who are living here on Earth with us. And these are wonderful people.
Meaning that they were committed to building an occult form of a democracy that was based on what's called the Atlantean scheme. They actually saw in the new continent the opportunity to develop a new world.